Hello, everyone. It's Leo, and it's that time in which we take a look at the new episode titles for Star Twinkle Precure and the magazine scans as well. But later on, we're going to talk a little bit more about Healin'Good Precure. So, next episode is number 39, and it's called Elena Dai Pinchi, Tenjo Sensei no Wana. Elena in Big Trouble, Teacher Tenjo's Trap. This is the next episode we're gonna have. We've already seen the preview. We have like some nice pictures of Tenjo the teacher, and Tenjo is looking mighty nice in those images. I really like this different look we have for Tenjo. And I believe this is going to be an interesting episode because so far we've seen background for Kapard, we've seen background for Iwan, and we haven't seen anything from Tenjo. And Tenjo is probably one of the most uninteresting villains in Star Twinkle, unfortunately. I feel like out of the three, even the four, if we consider Gauruga, she is the least interesting out of the bunch. But I do really like her design and personality. I think she is gorgeous. And I really want to see more from her. So I hope we see something in this episode and something about her background. Another funny thing about this preview is this Elena face. What's going on, Elena? This is just not you. And like I really like those pictures in Purikua in anime in general, in which we see the characters from far away and they all have those funny faces. Like, and they didn't even forget the beauty mark Elena has. This is amazing. One thing to notice, this episode is airing not this weekend, November 2nd. It's airing in November 3rd. Sorry, November 3rd. It's airing in November 10th. So we're having a break next week. So this episode is only airing next week. Episode 40 is going to be called Barachata Nina Sangumi no Ushujin. Her identity is exposed. The alien in class 3, year 2. Interesting. It feels like we're having like lots of episodes focused on each girl. We had a uni episode. In episode 39, it's going to be a focus on Elena. And episode 40, focus on the alien of our team, which is Lala. What is going to happen? We're going to talk about a little more. We're going to talk a little more about this episode, looking at the magazine scan later on. But first, let's see the title for episode 41. Tsuki yo Kagayake. Madoka no Ippo, Shine, O Moon, Madoka's first step. So this is going to be the focus on Madoka, and I really believe that it has a lot to do with Madoka, what Madoka wants to do in her life in the future, because in that episode in which the girls were having a sleepover, they were talking about Madoka was talking about her future steps, and she talked about the fact that she wants to study abroad. So I believe this is going to be a key episode in what she wants to do next in her life. And I'm very curious to see that. I think that Madoka's a great character, and like it's due a focus on her because we need to see what the future is in store, what the future holds in store for Madoka. Now let's take a look at the magazine scan. We have one page, only a double page, and in it we can see Lala and Hikaru arriving at school as girlfriends as they always are, and we can see someone very suspicious here on the background. Madoka, what is your father after? So we can see just like them being happy, the girlfriends they are, and they're just arriving at school. And then we can see Madoka's father talking to Karunori. Karunori, is that his name? I think it is. And Himenojo. So like he is questioning them something we don't know. And like there's something going on here. And both of them are very shocked. We can see Puruns shocked here in the background too. Oh, Puruns, we love you. And then in this next page, we can see Kapard attacking the school. Kapard is kind of like doing a Sailor Moon pose. And Lala quickly jumps off to defend them. And then the cures appear. And here we can see Himenojo. We can see Himenojo with a horn and with some things in her hair. Is she human form Fuwa? I'm just joking. It's just Cure Cosmos hair here. But it looks really funny. It looks like she has a horn. And I don't know. I just love Himenojo so much. So what do I think it's going to happen based on those scans? Madoka's father is probably after aliens, and he probably has some leads And so he's probably looking at Lala since she's a new girl at school. She's very different. And he tells the people at school that aliens are there and they get very scared. And then in one moment, the aliens attack the school and Lala defends them. I believe that Karunori and Himenojo are both going to discover the girls are the precures and that Lala is an alien. Because we see Himenojo shocked here. I believe both of them will discover their identities. And not only that, they will discover that Lala's an alien. And I think they're going to keep the secret. I don't think like the things are going to get out of hand in this episode. I think it's too early for that. I think it might happen like maybe like 4 or 5 episodes to go to the end, like in episode 44, 45, since we're going to have 49 episodes. Or 48 because of the break. I think 49. But anyways, I believe that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to keep the secret. And then maybe a little later on in the series, Madoka's father is going to discover more about it. You know, I believe that he can unveil more and more secrets about the girls, but I don't think it's going to happen in this episode specifically. I mean, we need a breakthrough for Lala. And I think that Himenojo and Karunori discovering that she's an alien is going to be like a big boom in her life. But I feel like the discovering of aliens and such is going to happen later down in the road. Or maybe it's a preparation for the Madoka episode in episode 41. Because this is a big thing for Madoka. Like, wow, I don't really know. Anyways, there are also some nice magazine scans for the movie. And I'm really excited for this movie. Like, this is going to be a big thing. You know, just looking at our beautiful forms. Like, I'm in love with those forms so much. Look at my girl Soleil. I just, like, I can't even imagine if we had figures of those forms. Like, I would love a figure from the Libra form. Like this one, but with the Libra form. I just can't. But let's talk a little bit more about our next season, Healin'Good Precure. Rararanze posted something on Twitter that's like a very nice catch. What's this? This is a placeholder for the toys that are going to be released next year. And in it, we can see this thing right here, which is like the number of toys we're going to have in a set. And Healin'Good has 4 toys. What does that mean? 4 cures? Probably not, and we're going to see why. As we can see here, Healin'Good has a set of 4, and this is more or less what happened with Hugto. When Hugto was released, we had 4 different registering sets. So this means we have like 3 cures and a mascot. Or like we have 3 cures and then the 4th one is a set of the 4 girls. Like for example, in here on Hugto, we have 4, A, B, C, D, and then we have Cure Yell, Cure Anje, Cure Etoile in making 3, and the 4th one, the 4 girls. And the bracelets, the same thing. We have 4 bracelets, and in each one we have one of the cures, and then the 3rd one we have the 3 cures. This probably means that in Healin'Good we're gonna have 3 cures, and then this third, the 4th set is probably something like a fairy or a group shot. In Star Twinkle, what did we have? We had like the 4 watches. I don't know what this is, but in the bracelet case we had 5. So we have A, B, C, D, E. So we have 5. We had 5 in Star Twinkle. So, like, it means that there's probably always one more than the number of cures that we have in a season. So, in Star Twinkle's case, 4 bracelets and a bracelet with a group shot. So, in Star Twinkle's case, we had something a little different. And there is another catch here that we can look at. Another thing, like another Hugto example, ABCD again, and then we have three cures and a mascot. Probably the fairy of the season. I don't know, but it can be that. So keychains, little figure keychains. We have three cures and the fairy of the season. But in another case, there was something else. Mahotsukai Purikura. Mahotsukai Purikura also had ABCD, but it had two cures. What did they do in the set? They released two Mofuruns. So they can release like the two cures and two different keychains for the fairy, or maybe two fairies. We don't know. What we do know is that we're probably looking at a three cure season, but it can also be a two cure season, at least at the start, to kick things off in Healing Good. So lots of things to think about, but I think we're probably looking at a season of three cures: pink, blue, and yellow. Like nothing different from what we've seen before. Is this the thing? I don't know, but I just want my green cure. I'm praying for a green cure. Anyways, guys, that was it. Please leave a comment with your opinions of the next set of episodes and also the probability of Healing Good starting with three or two cures. Which one is your preference? Let's talk about them in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.